better. So welcome to our reset training here. Oops, see, I can't work that. Oh, there we go. Okay. So let me ask you, what if you could earn an extra $19,000 per month without spending any additional money? Throw it in the chat. All the skeptics, do it anyway. Put a yes if you would do that, right? Would you be down for that? Earning an extra $19,000 per month? Just an extra, right? Just lying around. That wouldn't suck, right? So what if you could? And I'm not being dramatic. This is a real thing. How do you do that? By submitting 2 to 3 resets every single week, you could earn an average of $1,600 per reset that someone writes an advanced market product. And here's the thing, all you're doing is the reset part. And we'll talk about what that looks like. But this isn't you having to learn any more products. This isn't you making more dials. This isn't you sitting with more families. This is you resetting 2 to 3 people that you're already talking to a subject matter expert. And then you get a commission from there. Okay, so we're going to talk about that more, but an average of $1,600 per reset on average. And that's kind of a lower end because we've got a lot of different products. So if your client ends up being a match for a few other things, there's a lot more to be made. So that's just kind of a low end average. Now, what do I do? So all you have to do is ask 2 to 3 extra questions. And really, it's 2 extra questions. You use the reset script, and we have that. I'm going to show you it. You fill out the FIF form in HQ, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. You book on a subject matter expert's calendar. I have a direct link for you to be able to do that here. And then all you have to do is show up on the initial reset call and connect with the reset and your client, and that's it. Connect the SME with your client. That's it. And again, we're going to talk about that here, what that looks like. It's very, very simple. You're talking to your client, Mr. and Mrs. Client. You ask them a couple of questions. Hey, you know what? Remind me, we're going to talk about that at the end here. We have the exact script for what you do after you already wrote the app with them or not in your appointment. Doesn't matter what happened, but at the very end, you're going to use a little script that we have. Then you're going to connect with me. You're going to put them on my calendar. We're going to have a 3-way phone call, and that's it. That's all you have to do. And you could be making an extra $1,600 per sale on average. Who likes that idea? Put a me in the chat if you like that idea. Free money, you guys. So here's how it works. If you're sitting with 10 families a week, and this is specifically in the mortgage protection, life insurance, doesn't matter. If you're sitting with 10 clients per week, 2 to 3 of them should be resets. Now, that doesn't mean you're only asking 2 or 3 of them. You're asking everybody the same 2 questions, but out of that, an average of 2 or 3 of them will be a reset candidate. And we're going to talk about what that looks like. But the average annual premium volume at an 80% contract level for a DFL product, which is our debt-free life program, is about $1,600. The average. And DFLs are often on the smaller end. If this person is a good annuity candidate, there was a guy, you guys, last week before, who reset very first thing he did. He had a family member who was in debt. He thought, you know what? This might be a good opportunity. I'm going to practice this. I'm going to connect you with my subject matter expert. Let's see what happens. That person ended up having a 401k that was old, just lying around. They converted that into an annuity, the subject matter expert did, and that guy got a deposit for $19,000 from one sale. There is stupid money to be made. We're protecting people. We're helping their accounts protect from market risk. We're helping them to build wealth, get out of debt, and you make a really, really good commission doing it. So please understand that this is something that is huge for the clients and it's huge for you. If you were brand new here and you started off your journey with an extra $19,000 from one sale, would that ease some concerns or some stress? All your bills would definitely be paid. I don't know very many people coming in here with $19,000 a month and just bills, but that would do some damage, right? That would help you out a lot. So understand the impact that this could make for you right from the start. Why do we reset? First of all, it expands the client solutions. We have debt-free life programs. And I actually just did this for myself and for Hunter. And I have it set up. We have 27 years left on our mortgage. We got this 3 years ago. And because of the debt-free life plan that I did, we are now going to be completely out of debt, including an almost $500,000 mortgage in Boise, Idaho, in 8 years. 27 years to 8 years. That's the power of this. And most clients are getting completely out of debt in 9 years or less. That's the impact of what this program can do. Not only that, again, we've got annuities that we can set clients up for who are at or nearing retirement so that their retirement account is not subject to market volatility. We take some of that, we put it in an annuity, it's protected, it's not going to have any losses, it's only going to have gains or stay the same. So they're going to be able to rely on that income and not have to worry about outliving that. That's a big concern for people nowadays, outliving their retirement. We can help them avoid that. Kids grow up plans. Anybody you know, and we're going to talk about who's a good candidate for all of these things, but we set my son up with a grow up plan when he was 2 weeks old. That kid is going to be a millionaire by the time he's like 50. It's weird. It's crazy, but we won't have to worry about college. He's set up for that. He's got a little retirement account already rocking and rolling for him. We set that up when he was 2 weeks old, and that's all we had to do. So just know we can help people in so many different ways. And when you do that, when you set them up with a mortgage protection plan, then they talk to a subject matter expert and they realize, oh, I have this 401k that I'm not doing anything with. What do we do with that? Or, hey, I've got a couple different pieces of debt. How can I get out of that? That's important to me. When we write a couple of different things on one client, they become stickier. They're not going to cancel, right? Think about if you have your car, your home, your all these insurance policies under one carrier, you're less likely to cancel that. It's too much of a headache and it's too complicated. Clients are stickier when they have more applications with you. Okay. It helps you earn promotions. If you submit a reset to me or to Barry and that sticks, they write something, it's approved, all is good. You don't have to worry about that part. You're getting the commission and that counts for your promotions too. So you're going to get promoted real fast if you're making an extra $1,600 per reset and you're getting 2 or 3 of those a week, right? And you get to be on there and listen. So you're going to be a part of the process. You're not going to be out of the loop. We're not taking your clients and running away with them. You get to be a part of it and learn. And if down the road you decide, hey, this might be something that I like to do too, you can do that too. That's the beauty of this, right? And of course, passive income from day one. So you can start doing this right away. You can start doing this the day you have your license, connect somebody with a subject matter expert, they get protected, you get the passive income, and now everything's a lot more comfortable. So many benefits. Now, when can you do a reset? When does it make sense? And the answer, of course, is anytime. So if you're in your appointment with a client, you're asking questions on the FIF, which is the financial information form. That's when you're going through their budget, right? What's your mortgage look like? What are your bills, right? Any credit card debt, anything like that, right? You're doing that in your mortgage protection script if you're following the real script. That's when you're asking those questions, okay? You're going to make a note of that. We're going to talk about what those questions are. You're going to make a note of that, and we have a script for what to do at the end. If you're on the phone dialing and someone's like, I'm not interested in this, I already have it taken care of, we have pivot questions to help reset that. So you could just be dialing and resetting 2 or 3 people a week, not even sitting with people. There's no such thing as a no sale. Warm market for yourself, your family, your friends, your social network. This can be done by texting, by posting, all sorts of things. You can attract people. What does everybody want to do? Get out of debt, right? That's not like a weird question. Most people are interested in getting out of debt if they have it. So this is something that benefits everybody. And then of course, policy reviews. If you've been here for a minute and you're circling back with your clients and saying, hey, let's do your little annual check-in, make sure everything's good. This is a great place to ask those reset questions because life changes, right? And you can keep your posture saying, hey, we've got some new stuff that came out. We've got a whole new division that helps with this. Let me connect you with our subject matter expert and see if there's something that we can do. So anytime, right? Appointments on the phones, warm markets, policy reviews, all in between. You can reset people and make passive income right from the start. How do you get started, right? What are some people what categories, I should say, do people fall in that might be a good candidate for a reset? They want to get out of debt. Oops, go back. They want to get out of debt. Everybody wants to get out of debt if they have it, right? People don't really love having a monthly bill. So, anybody that gets out of debt, anybody that recently changed jobs and has an old 401k that they're no longer contributing to. They recently had a baby, right? College, future funding, that's a huge one. Business owners, realtors who make lump sums of money. The thing is this is a tax advantage account. These are accounts that are helping people to avoid paying taxes on all of their income in a legal way. Okay, so this is a huge opportunity for people, especially ones that make big sums of money in small transactions, right, or in a shorter amount of transactions. People who have a high litigation period, doctors, lawyers, if your money is in an IUL or annuity, it's not subject to litigation. So it's not factored in if you're ever sued or anything like that. So that's a huge sign for them. This could be a good fit. Anybody in the medical field who changes jobs a lot, right? Travel nurses, things like that. If you're changing jobs a lot, then you probably have a few 401ks that you're no longer contributing to. They're just sitting there. Anybody that's getting closer to retirement or they're worried about protecting their nest egg. Market volatility is huge. When you're young, it doesn't really bother you as much because you're not using your retirement account yet. But when you're 59, 60, that's scary. That's scary when your income changes drastically. You thought you were going to be set for a certain period of time, and now you don't have much time to make that back. Anybody who hates taxes, right? That's a pretty big number. Anybody who hates paying taxes. And then yourself. Again, think about yourself, your own situation. If you fall into any of these categories, then you could be a reset on yourself, and that's going to help you learn fast. You make commission off your own resets, by the way. You make money when you have reset yourself. So just understand that. If that's an opportunity that would make sense for you or a family member, then you're only helping them. You're only helping them to crush that debt that everyone's buried under. So let's talk about how some ways to do this on social media might look. This is an easy way of just getting the momentum going. So here's a couple examples, right? We had David Gardner said, who on my friends list has an old 401k from an old job lying around they no longer contribute to? This guy made like $5,000 off of that one post. $5,000. Vanessa LeBlanc, same thing. This is not a joke. If you could eliminate all your debt in 9 years or less, would you want to learn how? Right? Same thing. If you could eliminate all your debt in 9 years without spending any additional money, would you? This other guy here on the right, he took a screenshot of this and said, slide if you want info. He had like 5 resets from this. It's simple. It's easy. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to know anything about a reset or the products or anything like that. All you have to do is ask the question, find the people that are a good fit, connect them with the subject matter expert. You're done. That's all you have to do. Now, I'm going to give you a little DM script for this, because I think everybody on here is very capable of doing the social media approach if you want to. So if you throw something up on your social media, what happens when someone's like, what? Can I get some information? Can you help me, please? Here's what you can do. Why didn't all of that show up? That's weird. Oh, here we go. Okay. So first step, right? They've commented on your post. Yeah, I'd be interested in getting out of debt, spending less money. How do I do that? You send them a direct message. Do not comment on the post. It's weird. Just send them a direct message. Take it to the side. Say, hey, Name, thanks for chiming in on that post. I've had a lot of convos around this lately. Have you ever looked at ways of actually eliminating your debt faster before? Maybe they have. Who knows? Whatever their answer is. Totally get it. Most people haven't. We've actually got a team that walks people through how to pay off debt and build wealth long term. It's called Debt Free Life. It's helped so many families already. I'm not the expert, but I work closely with ours. She's amazing, breaks it all down in a simple way, can get you on a quick call with her and get some info. Most families are getting completely out of debt in 9 years or less, and they're not spending more money doing it. So what you do with that info is totally up to you. It's good to have regardless. There's no commitment or anything like that. What day this week works better for a quick phone call? Easy peasy. You're copying, pasting. When they reply, great. Before 5 or after 5, usually better. I will call you and connect you with Paige. So you're going to be doing the 3-way phone call so that they have that connection piece. Super easy. They let you know. Awesome. Grab their phone number. Then you're going to use the calendar link and book the call. So you're going to put your number in there. I'm going to call you, talk to you a little bit, get you all ready for it. Then you're going to call the client and patch us in. Then I'm going to take it from there. Okay. Very simple. That's all you have to do. Copy, paste. I will have a QR code to be able to give you all these slides, by the way, at the end. So just know you will all have copies of these slides if you want them. Warm market. Go on your phone, put how many contacts you have in the chat. You can do that if you want to. But every single person you know either has debt or they're planning a retirement, right? Every single person falls into one of those two categories. By you not choosing to educate your friends and family on what's available, you're not only costing them a better financial situation, but you're also costing yourself an insane amount of commission at the same time. Win-win, right? A text can say something like, hey, you got a second for a call? Depends on your relationship with them. If you know them pretty well, you know how to talk to them. This is open to whatever you normally say. But ultimately, you get on the phone and say, hey, you know what? Do you trust me as your brother, as your sister, as your nephew, as your cousin, as your, best friend's spouse, like whatever? There's something I need you to learn about after you hear it. If you're not interested, then it's on you. But as someone who cares about you, it's my job to make sure you are informed. Okay, we have a couple financial solutions divisions that offer free education on how you can either optimize your retirement or pay off all your debt, including your mortgage, faster. It's just a 10 to 15-minute phone call. What's your schedule look like this week? Okay, simple. Don't overthink this. Just, hey, it's my job to make sure you know this. This is a newer thing for us, and I want to make sure that you're aware. It changed my life and my perspective, and I want that for you too if it's a good fit. You can change this to sound however you talk, okay? If you're reading something that's not normal to how you sound like this, then change it up a little bit, but same concept, right? It's my job to inform you that we've got some new stuff and I love you, your family, you're a friend. I want to make sure that you're taken care of. That would be weird if I didn't help people I know too. So it's a free information call. Just want to make sure you're aware of it. What day this week works better for you? Okay, very simple. If you're in the appointment, so you're talking to somebody, you've booked an appointment, you're going through the FIF, which is again, you're going through the financial information for them. You find out what's your mortgage right now? What's it sitting at? $450,000. Awesome. The question is, are you making any overpayments on your mortgage? If the answer is yes, okay, so you're trying to pay it off faster, sounds like. Well, yeah, that's the goal. Okay, so it sounds like getting out of debt's important to you. Yeah, that's a big deal, right? People don't like being in debt. Not having a monthly payment on something is a really big game changer for people. Okay, we're going to come back to that. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Do not go into this during the FIF, okay? Studies have shown, we've done a lot of research on this over the last couple years. If you try to pitch a reset before you even get to showing them numbers for you, you're not gonna be successful with this, okay? So run the appointment just like normal. When you're in the financial fire drill situation in that appointment, you're just throwing in are you making any overpayments on your mortgage right now? Okay, trying to pay that off faster, it sounds like. All right, okay, so sounding like getting out of debt's a big deal to you. Okay, awesome. We're going to get back to that. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Simple, right? Other one, are you contributing to a 401k or an IRA currently? I don't know why it says that. Ignore that. Are you contributing to a 401k or an IRA currently? Have you noticed it fluctuating at all or going down? Everyone's going to say yes. So, okay, remind me when we're done. I have an idea or two that we might be able to help protect you that so you're not going to lose any money on that going forward. So remind me, okay? You guys, that plants a seed, right? People are like, oh, okay, I will. I will remember that. So ask these two questions every single appointment. See what happens, okay? If they're like, yes, I'm making overpayments, ding, ding, that's a green flag. Oops, I'm getting crazy over here, Tom. If they're contributing to a 401k or an IRA, a lot of people are, most people are. Have you noticed that it's gone down or fluctuated? Yeah, it always does, right? Okay, remind me when we're done. I have an idea about that. So how many of your clients are going to fall into one of these two categories, right? Most of them. Most of them. So those are green flags. Should make you think reset potential. After the appointment is over, whether there is a sale or no sale, this is crucial. Take the app, get that done. If there's like it's not a good fit, I can't afford it, like this doesn't make sense for me, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. If it's a no sale, guess what, y'all? You're still making a sale because here's what you're going to do. Now, I remember you mentioned getting out of debt was important to you. I know, Bridget, you didn't originally ask about this, but I know you mentioned it's important. So we actually have a whole division that's designed to educate our clients on how to do that faster and more efficiently than they could probably do on their own. We've got awesome experts that are going to break it all down for you. They'll help you understand your options, whatever you do with that information is 100% up to you. I've got access to their calendar. They're usually really busy, but let me see what's available. Does around this time usually work best for you? Yeah, it does. Okay, perfect. So it looks like I've got you down with Paige for tomorrow at the same time. So awesome, right? She's gonna share some really interesting concepts that might help you knock down some things faster. Then you're taking the link, you're booking them on the link. You're gonna be on there too. You're gonna do a little three-way phone call with me and them, and I'm gonna take it from there. Okay, super simple. Now, if they're a retirement person, let's say they didn't say anything about the debt, they're not making any overpayments. Okay, but there's someone who wants to eliminate retirement fluctuation down the line. I know you didn't originally ask about this, but I know you mentioned it's important to you that you protect your retirement from the market fluctuation. So we have a whole division that's designed to help educate our clients on how to do that more efficiently than they could probably do on their own. Okay, so same thing. It doesn't matter if it's debt or if it's that you can use the same exact script. Just make sure on this part you're changing out what specifically you're talking about. Okay. If you're dialing and you're getting somebody that's like, I already got that taken care of. I don't need it. I'm not interested in the mortgage protection. Hey, I'm glad to hear that. And I'm glad you're happy with what you have already covered. I'm good. That sounds great. One last question and I'll let you go. I know you didn't ask about this, but if your mortgage and other debts were all paid off, would retirement be more comfortable for you? Who's going to say no to that? Duh. Yeah, of course it would be. Option number 2, has anyone ever asked you about insuring your retirement so you have the best retirement possible? We insure everything. We insure our lives. We insure our computers. We insure our homes, our phones, our cars. Why don't we insure our retirement as well? It's arguably one of the most important things we can insure aside from our lives. So has anyone ever asked you about that? Chances are no, they have not. So ultimately, this might be more helpful to you than the mortgage protection. We've got a whole division that's designated to help educate our clients on these kinds of things. So if that's important to you, there's subject matter experts who can really explain all this. Main focus be about education mostly. Takes like 10 to 15 minutes. Whatever you do with that information is completely up to you. But usually does before 5 or after 5 work better? Oh, after 5. Okay. I've got something with Paige tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I'll go ahead and get you confirmed that definitely works for you. Yes, it does. Okay, perfect. I'll call you and I'll patch her in and then we'll go from there. Easy, right? This is the link you use to book. So you're just gonna, and again, you'll have access to these slides. I'm gonna give you the QR code. So you have all the scripts in here. You have a link to the slides, all of that. So you can do everything you need. Now, how do you do a reset? Okay, you use that link, you book a time, but you need to submit the reset into HQ so that you are getting credit for it. This used to be a lot more complicated of a process, but I did this myself to make sure that I understood it so I could help teach you. So you go into HQ, you're going to hit sales tools on the left. You're going to hit FIF resets. You're going to come in here, submit a reset. 1, 2, 3. Okay. When you click on that little submit a reset button, you're going to have a client lookup. So you need to type in your client's name. If it's a lead that you bought, they should come in here. If they don't, add a new referral lead. But if you purchase that lead, they're going to come in here. You just need to type them up and wait till they pop up. If they're an opt, they're going to come up here. But if not, just add them right here. Okay, so you got to find them. Then you click on them just like I show here. Once you do that, their information is going to pop up. All right. Then you just hit easy reset. Click that little cute little blue button right there. Easy reset. Then you decide which one it is. Okay. And when in doubt, just do DFL. It's okay if you're like, I don't know what any of these little like letters mean. That's fine. Just choose DFL when in doubt. But if you have someone that's like, I'm really interested in like retirement stuff, okay, do an IUL or IBC. It doesn't matter. Okay. Just choose one of these, DFL when in doubt. And then you can use a little script here, which is basically what I just showed you, right? We have a whole division that's designated to informing and teaching clients how to do this faster than they probably would themselves. So let me get you connected with the subject matter expert. You can do this if you want, but it's everything I just showed you. Then you just click on that calendar, okay? Tap on that, find a time, schedule them, put your phone number in there too, and then boom, you've got your reset. You're done, okay? This is what it's going to look like. I jumped ahead of myself. You're just going to choose your time. It is a phone call, so put your phone number in there because you're going to be making the three-way call. I'm going to call you. give you some details on how to do this. Then you're just going to call them, three-way with me. Then we're all set. I'll take it from there.